championship rounds. Steve Weisfeld has this 5-5 even fight. Benoit Roussel has this 5-5 even fight. Fernando Villarreal has this 6-4 Terence Crawford. That means for Weisfeld and for Benoit Roussel, Terence Crawford and Israil Madrimov are tied 5-5 heading into the championship rounds. So whoever closed better was going to win this. Here we have three judges: Steve Weisfeld, Benoit Roussel, and Fernando Villarreal all judged this fight. Fernando had this 116-112. The other two had this 115-113, all for Terence Crawford. Let's go by the numbers. Okay. Round one here, Terence Crawford, 2 of 25, Madrimov, 3 of 13. Terence Crawford got the round, according to all three judges. Now, again, I will preface this because I say this all the time. Punch stats do not 100 million% reflect a fight. You can't judge a fight just by the numbers. You can't really judge anything in sports just by the numbers. I'm somebody who believes you have to have analytics, but you have to have an eye test. You have to have a balance of both. And I think the best people who do this have a balance of both. This is why I show you the film and then I give you the stats, because you're supposed to take into account both things, not just one or the other. And with this, Terence Crawford, if you look at round one, what this doesn't show is the ring generalship was better. He was dictating things. I thought he landed more than 2 punches in the round. I thought Madrimov landed more than 3 punches in the round, but this is what we have on record. Nevertheless, all three judges had this for Terence Crawford. All three judges had round 2 for Terence Crawford as well. More busy here, 7 of 28 against 6 of 13 from a power puncher perspective, 3 of 7 against 4 for 7. So not a big advantage there one way or the other in terms of just the power punches. But, Madrimov, again, less busy, more efficient. Now, this is going to be something that's a theme throughout, but less busy, more efficient. Busy will help you win fights if it's good busy, but Madrimov did manage to take more chances as the fight went. All three judges gave the first 2 rounds to Terence Crawford. Here we have a little bit of dissension here. Steve Weisfeld gives this round to Israil Madrimov. Round 3, that is. This is the first time that a judge gave a round to Israil Madrimov in this fight. Terence Crawford gets round 3, according to the 2 other judges. 6 of 32 against 5 of 17 from a power puncher perspective. 2 of 9 against 1 for 7. Jabs, 4 for 23 against 4 for 10. Still more inaccurate, still busier. And in the ring, I felt like still more effective to this point. So Terence Crawford is up 3-0 on 2 of the 3 scorecards, 2-1 on the other. Round 4 is the first time we have multiple judges giving Israil Madrimov a round. Steve Weisfeld, coincidentally, who gave the last round to Israil Madrimov, gives this round to Terence Crawford. The other 2 judges actually give this round to Israil Madrimov after giving round 3 to Terence Crawford. It gives you an idea of how close this fight truly was. And I felt like the scorecards were fair for the most part. Terence Crawford, 8 of 43. Madrimov, 7 of 23. Power punches, 5 of 22 against 5 of 15. So Madrimov gets the round from 2 judges there. Round 5, this is all Madrimov. First time in the fight, Madrimov sweeps around. Much more effective here. 9 of 21 against 7 of 34. Better than doubles up in terms of just accuracy. Also outlands him 9-7 while throwing 13 fewer punches. And from a power puncher perspective, this was big, and this is why he won the round. 7 of 15, and if you watch, it was effective with hooks and uppercuts. 7 of 15, a straight right hand as well. 7 of 15 against 2 for 8 from Terence Crawford there. Not a ton of jabs, and tough to jab somebody who is a all-time great switch hitter. So Madrimov was looking for that straight right hand, looping shots, and he found it in this round. Round 6, gets 2 out of 3 here. Steve Weisfeld, again, gives this one to Madrimov. So Steve Weisfeld actually has this 3-3 after round 6. The other 2 judges both have this in lockstep, 4-2 for Terence Crawford, and with the exact same method. They gave Terence Crawford 1, 2, and 3. They gave Madrimov 4 and 5. They gave Terence Crawford round 6. Whereas Weisfeld gave Terence Crawford 1 and 2, and then 4. Gave Madrimov 3, 5, and 6. So if you're keeping score, and I literally am, we literally are here, Terence Crawford winning on 2 of the 3 scorecards halfway through the fight. 9 of 37 in round 6, 6 of 24 for Madrimov in this round. This is the first round where Terence Crawford is really close by percentage in terms of landing punches. 24%, he's 9 of 37. 26% is Madrimov, 6 of 23. And from a power puncher perspective, he's busier and more accurate. 7 of 22 against 5 of 19. Round 7 is actually the first round Terence Crawford lands a higher percentage of his punches, 27% roughly to 20%. 11 of 41 against 4 of 20. Outlands Madrimov by 7, outthrows him by 21 from a power puncher perspective. 8 of 24 against 4 for 13. Madrimov also 0 for 7 in jabs in this round, the first of 3 rounds in this fight where he doesn't land a single jab. How did it get scored? All 3 judges for Israil Madrimov. It's very interesting that Terence Crawford, this is the first round where he was much more effective by the numbers, even in terms of accuracy. Madrimov gets this round on all 3 judges' scorecards. 2-1 Crawford. Fernando Villarreal gives this to Israil Madrimov. 11 of 37 for Crawford, 12 of 36 for Madrimov. So very identical numbers there. 11 of 37 for Crawford, 12 of 36 for Madrimov. Very identical numbers there. Power punches, 10 of 25 for Madrimov, 7 of 24 for Terence Crawford. 10 percentage points better is Madrimov in that round. Like I said, 2-1 for Terence Crawford, though, in terms of judging in that one. So if you look at the numbers and look at how things are scored, it's very interesting. But again, you need a balance. You need the eye test, and the judges are watching this in real time. And honestly, judging a fight in real time without much instant replay and things of that nature, it's hard to do. It's easy for us in hindsight to just rip them apart. But I do try to offer some grace because what they do is really fucking hard. At the same time, though, there are some judges who are dog shit. I think these cards, though, like when you get to the result you got to, I think these were fair. Round 9, 2 judges give this to Terence Crawford. Benoit Roussel gives this to Madrimov. 7 of 23 versus 4 for 27. Not a lot from Terence Crawford in this round. 1 for 14 on power punches. Madrimov 6 of 13. And yet, in round 9, Terence Crawford gets 2 judges to give him the round here. So it's funny. Like there's a round or 2 by the numbers. You're like, Terence Crawford shouldn't have gotten this, but he got it. Same thing for Madrimov. Probably a little bit more so for Terence Crawford. But again, numbers don't tell the full story. And then round 10, before we get to the championship rounds, Terence Crawford loses this on 2 scorecards. Fernando Villarreal gives this round to Terence Crawford. The other 2 judges give this to Madrimov. Round 10, Crawford's 8 of 37, Madrimov 8 of 23, 3 for 21 on jabs is Crawford, 0 for 4, Madrimov doesn't land one. Power punches 8 for 19 for Madrimov, 5 of 16 for Terence Crawford. Rounds 11 and 12. So heading into the championship rounds, let's do a quick update on the tally. Championship rounds, Steve Weisfeld has this 5-5, even fight. Benoit Roussel has this 5-5, even fight. Fernando Villarreal has this 6-4, Terence Crawford. That means for Weisfeld and for Benoit Roussel, Terence Crawford and Israil Madrimov are tied 5-5 heading into the championship rounds. So whoever closed better was going to win this. All 3 judges gave the last 2 rounds for Terence Crawford. All 3 of them. Round 11, Crawford busier, not more accurate, but just as accurate, about 26% to 27% roughly. 10 of 39 against 6 of 22 for Madrimov. Madrimov again doesn't land a jab in this round. Power punches 6 of 22 versus 6 of 18. Not much of a difference there when you're watching it. And then in round 12, 12 of 53 against 11 of 41. Terence Crawford, 4 of 18 of his jabs landed, more than Israil Madrimov, who threw 13 jabs, the most that he's thrown in any round in this fight, landed 3. He only landed at least 3 jabs one other time, and that was when he landed 4 in round 3. Power punches 8 of 35 Crawford, 8 of 28 for Madrimov. And all 3 judges gave the last 2 rounds. So that's how you get to 116-112 for Fernando and 115-113 for Steve Weisfeld and Benoit Roussel. So there you have it. Crawford Madrimov by the numbers. Let's get into round 2 where we look at Canelo Alvarez and William School.